Kevin Harlan. With Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with McCollum. And in the middle, standing 6'11", 270, the talented scorer and rebounder out of Turkey. The big man, Enes Kanter. A big first for this young rookie, getting his first starting appearance. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Aminu in at the 4 slot. And for Oklahoma City, they've got Adams. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. Then it's Paul George, and it's Grant in at the power forward.
Guys, it's now been 3 straight years for the Thunder to come away with the Northwest Division title. Yet, when you say Oklahoma City Thunder and Northwest seems like a misnomer. When I think of the Northwest, I'm thinking of trails and rain and lush forests.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Passes it to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Grant. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard running the floor himself.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go around.
And tired again, as you said, even though they aren't really in the Northwest at all. They didn't actually have the best in-house division record that Steve, the Nuggets did.
Well, the Thunder finished 10-6 in the division last year. Pretty solid. Nuggets end up with 11 division wins, but look, everyone counts whether it's against your own division or everybody else. And Oklahoma City over the course of the year, they beat up on pretty much everyone. That's why they were able to win the division. I like the call. I thought the defense was moving.
I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Yeah, he's always confident, composed, even under pressure. He just has a demeanor about him that you like if you're his teammate. It just feels like he's going to get it done when you need him.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When a big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down. You know, the Blazers found themselves, guys, near the bottom of the West last season, and typically when that happens, you struggle against the rest of the conference, and that was certainly the case for Portland.
Thunder on D. Gives him the pass. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Portland did have their problems, as you said, Clark, against the West. A big part of it was late in the season. They were beat up and lost their last 13 games of the year. Steve, mostly those losses coming to Western teams.
Well, that was a big slide for them. And, you know, it probably made their 18-34 mark in the conference seem probably a little worse than it should have. But, look, they were out of the playoffs. They lost their edge. They were playing a lot of young people. I think this is a team that has a chance to make a big comeback.
Here's Westbrook. Inside George. Miss. Goes back up. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. That's on Enes Kanter. The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And that one falls for Westbrook.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's pick to make it to the finals once again. They were so dominant throughout the regular season. Many thought it was a foregone conclusion, but the injury to Russell Westbrook kind of sidetracked all of that.
No good from outside. And here comes George. Back to Grant. Pass to Ferguson from downtown. That is good. And back to the Thunder in the postseason. They did well to get by the Rockets after Westbrook injured his knee. Steve, they just didn't have the same dynamic punch when they later faced the Grizzlies. Ended up getting bounced out in the second round.
Well, it was a tough matchup for them because the Grizzlies are so good defensively. Take Westbrook out of the lineup, all of a sudden it changes up. Oklahoma City battled, but they just didn't have enough firepower with them. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Westbrook against Lillard. 5 now.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. He gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's the pass to Ferguson. Good boy. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And that looks good. He's got 8.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Grant kicks to Westbrook. Grant shoots a 3. Can't hit it. Get a foul on the shot. Go to the strike for 2.
You know, since the Northwest Division came into existence back in 2004, the Trailblazers have never taken the title as the best in the division. They've always been competitive, but never at the top.
And last year, no exception for the Blazers not winning the division. They ended up 4th out of the 5 in there, a record of 6 and 10 against Steve, the rest of the Northwest team.
And as you guys were saying, I mean, the Blazers have never won the division, but it's not like they're in the cellar either. They've got a lot of talent. They should be in the hunt this year with an improved bench. And I think this is a team that will surprise a lot of people in the Northwest.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
Mr. Collins, back to Lillard. Fires the 3. Hits the bucket. Lillard's got 12.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Leonard. On deep 3-point range. First quarter's in the books. Trailblazers lead by 7. We've got more in store for you right after this. Second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Here's Hood. He dishes it to Turner. His one deep, and it's good. Turner's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. Number 6. Portland grabs the miss. Deflects the pass. And they're running. Moving it up. Noel.
Example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the missed 3 from Curry. And that one's good. Noel. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Put together a great team, fans can get a little wild. When you put together a great team that's exciting to watch too, then they really get wild. And that's what you have to deal with when you go to Oklahoma City. A great team with terrific fans.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. He feeds it to Turner. Collins kicks to Curry. Pass it to Hood. Here's Collins. Outside Turner. 6 to shoot. Here's Hood. Not good that time either. And back to these great fans in Oklahoma City. They hosted the Hornets for 1 season in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, you recall. And Steve really showed what a great crowd they could be for a team.
Kevin, I agree, and I think that season, they hosted the Hornets, they showed the league that Oklahoma City was ready to become a franchise, and that's why their move from Seattle to Oklahoma City was allowed by the league, because the city had proven that they would support the puck.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after the miss from Curry.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
I think you can still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Two minutes now. Feeds to Patterson. George. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Leonard. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
And a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Now, here's the finger roll finish at the bucket.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points.
Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three. Guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. They didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
And so here's Paul George missing from long range. And it's off from three-point range. Under trailing by 6. It's George on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem. Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offense off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve. And we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year.
It is Campbell checked in for Myers. Lillard gets the screen from Pete. Lillard attacking. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Lillard's got 14.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
First half. Portland out in front. They lead by 8. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. It's been a great Sunday of basketball so far. Portland with the lead against the Thunder and Oklahoma City. They've controlled the game in every conceivable way, scoring with ease, defending with passion. Damian Lillard has been going at it effortlessly against the Thunder D. He's up to 14 points, and as usual, he's been effective from distance, a lot of threes so far. And doing their best to stay alive, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've been having their way inside, a huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. It's Paul George leading them in scoring, and Russell Westbrook's also been getting it done. And that'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The third quarter, just about to get underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 14 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
Knocked loose. And now it's Westbrook running. Rips down from the breakaway slam.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard outside. Here's the ball. Trailblazers rebound. outside. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, so much has been said about the Oklahoma City home court advantage, and for good reason. I mean, you can feel it and hear it. It's like a college atmosphere.
That's a good point. Clark, back to what you said. Not only can you hear it when they are here, you can literally feel it. The rumbling speed when you first come out of the tunnel is amazing.
Well, the Thunder have a fantastic team, Kevin. And, you know, they've been good the last few years, but you don't go 34-7 at home like they did last season without a significant advantage coming from the crowd. And I think that's been the case here. The crowd is loud and active and fired up every single night. Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Aggressive mindset there, Steve.
And it's the ball. Good-point game. Pass to Ferguson. It's George on the wing. Offline with this 3. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Lillard, he's covered by Green. Lillard attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Guys, it's no surprise that a young team like the Blazers found it difficult sledding on the road. Not quite the experience or edge needed to put together good performances on a nightly basis. I'd be thinking back to my days.
Yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yep, reminds me a lot of myself in my younger days too, guys. Oh, wait, maybe not.
The feet now to McCollum. Three-pointers off the mark. Well, for the Blazers, statistically, they played as close as you could ask.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how a brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
And Lillard gets the team. Harkless kicks to Lillard. The three-ball. This is good. Lillard's got 21.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
It's Westbrook with the try. Harkless with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Rejected by Westbrook. And they're able to recover. Aminu the pass to Harkless. Lillard with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's McCollum.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of thing he needs.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Lillard against Westbrook. Lillard dishes to Harkless. Lillard gets the screen from Keaton. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Westbrook with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be that's his first foul.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle the block when they're down. I thought that was
Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Portland leading by 7. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Nice jump shot. Good. Lillard's got 9 points for the quarter. Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far in the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Lillard against Westbrook. Outside, George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 7 points for Paul George.
a great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Lillard outside. Off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 6. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. was set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Another area where I think they've been really solid is their execution at the free throw line. They've really taken advantage.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Lillard, the pass to Aminu. Back to Lillard. A three-pointer, no good. Under trailing by 4. Westbrook gets a screen for that. Grant outside. He tries the three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And for Portland, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Lillard, he's covered by Westbrook. There's the dish to Cantor. He kicks it to McCollum. Aminu. Portland moving the ball. That's a two from Lillard. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside, George. Back to Grant. No good. And a chance to take the lead. And Lillard kicks the boom, he jams it straight down. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's George. Portland making their left shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Now, here's the Aminu. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in the close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior. Generate those easy opportunities.
And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds down tonight. And now the fast break. George rejected by Cantor. But they get it back. Grant outside. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Strong move there to go in for the dunk.
That's a smart foul there to prevent him from the finish.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And Oklahoma City making a change. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And George kicks to Westbrook. From 13, and it's in off the head.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet. Huge bucket. They've been waiting for that one, guys.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers head coach was going over with his guys. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
Now, here's Lillard. Gets double team. Find the shoot. It's up at 3. Take it again. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He's been anything but his usual self. It's actually been ugly to see.
Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Got sloppy. In a close game, you have to take advantage of every opportunity.
The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's to McCollum. Back to Lillard. He dishes it to Aminu. He feeds it to Lillard. He passes it to Aminu. Back to Lillard. Kicks to McCollum. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown.
Crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Ferguson. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them a minute to answer back on that possession.
Lillard against Westbrook. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Lillard, pocket 6. It's deflected. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're losing by 1. Thanks seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot on your offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
This is Jimmy. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Lillard from outside. But no good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
Could it be you calling me down, 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 down? My foolish heart turns out the star.